The ocean shimmered under the midday sun, its waves rolling gently like a lullaby. Deep beneath the sapphire surface, hidden from human eyes, lay the kingdom of Samudravan, a magnificent realm of merfolk, coral castles, and gardens of glowing seaweed. Here, the mermaid princess Krishna swam gracefully through the colorful streets, her emerald green tail sparkling as she moved. With long dark hair flowing like ink in the water, Krishna was known not only for her beauty but for her boundless curiosity about the world beyond their waters. Her parents, King Varun and Queen Meera, ruled the kingdom with wisdom and strength, but they worried constantly about Krishna's restless spirit. Krishna often gazed upwards, toward the silver light that danced on the ocean's surface. Tales of the land above, of forests, mountains, and strange creatures called humans filled her dreams. Even though strict ancient laws forbade merfolk from venturing close to the human world, Krishna's heart yearned for adventure. She wanted to feel the sun's warmth on her face, hear the songs of birds, and walk upon the earth with her own 2 feet. Little did she know that fate was already weaving a journey for her, one filled with discovery, danger, and choices that would change the course of 2 worlds forever. At night, Krishna often floated close to the surface, her gaze fixed on the starlit sky above. The shimmering dots, so far away, seemed like portals to worlds unknown. In her heart, she dreamed of stories she had only heard in whispers, tales of forests that touched the clouds, of deserts that stretched endlessly, of creatures who walked on 2 legs. Her imagination soared higher than the waves themselves, painting pictures more vivid than any artist's brush could capture. Yet, each dream was tempered by a sharp reminder: contact with humans was forbidden. King Varun believed humans were dangerous and greedy, their wars and machines a threat to the delicate balance of the oceans. He often warned Krishna, curiosity can be a blessing, but also a curse, my daughter. But no warning could silence the hunger within her. In the deepest chambers of her heart, Krishna knew she was destined for more than life beneath the waves. The world above was calling to her, and she would answer, no matter the cost. One bright afternoon, while the palace guards were distracted by a festival, Krishna made her move. Swimming swiftly through hidden tunnels known only to royal blood, she slipped away from Samudravan. Her heart pounded with excitement and fear as she rose through the endless blue. The surface broke before her like a sheet of glass. For the first time, she breathed in the salty air and felt the sun kiss her skin. The vast sky stretched endlessly overhead, and the waves sparkled like a million scattered diamonds. Everything was more beautiful than she had ever imagined. Yet, even as wonder filled her, a shadow of guilt crept into her heart. She had broken the sacred law. She had defied her people. Somewhere deep below, King Varun's heart must have sensed her betrayal. But Krishna pushed the thought aside, savoring the moment that she knew would change everything. From her place just beneath the waves, Krishna saw the distant outline of a small fishing village nestled against the shore. Colorful boats bobbed on the water, and she could hear faint echoes of laughter and music. Mesmerized, she drifted closer, hiding behind the rocks to remain unseen. Among the villagers, her eyes settled on a young fisherman, strong, with kind eyes and a voice that sang to the ocean. His name was Arav, though she didn't know it yet. Watching him work mending his nets, Krishna felt an unfamiliar flutter in her chest. It was more than curiosity, it was a connection, as if the threads of their fates were already woven together. The forbidden world was no longer just a dream, it was real, breathing, and achingly beautiful. The sky darkened suddenly, heavy clouds rolling in from the horizon. Waves grew wild and furious, tossing boats like toys. The villagers hurried to shore, but Arav was caught far from safety. His small boat struggled against the furious wind, and Krishna's heart seized with fear. Without thinking, she surged forward, cutting through the stormy waters with powerful strokes. Reaching the struggling boat, Krishna used her magic to calm the currents around Arav. She wrapped her arms around him and pulled him into the safety of the water. For a brief moment, their eyes met, his wide with shock, hers filled with a strange, tender strength. Before he could speak, she guided him toward the shallows where the other villagers could rescue him. Hiding once again beneath the waves, Krishna watched as Arav was pulled to safety, never knowing the mysterious Saviya who had risked everything for him. If you enjoyed Krishna the Mermaid Princess, don't forget to smash that subscribe button for more chapters of the story. See you in the next one. Bye bye.